The deed is the most important document in any residential real estate transaction. It contains information found nowhere else in the public record, and the county keeps a publicly searchable database of every deed from every real estate transaction related to every piece of real estate in the entire county. The process for finding them is a few steps long, and you have to search a couple of different databases, but I'm going to walk you through it. This video shows you how. You're looking at a piece of Maryland real estate and you want to find the deed. I'm going to show you how. We're going to start with a quick internet search for Maryland SDAT. SDAT is what we often call the Maryland Department of Assessments and Taxation, whose homepage is dat.maryland.gov. You can search for business entities on SDAT as well, but today we're going to do a real property search. On the left-hand side, I'm going to click Real Property Search, and that's going to bring us to the Real Property Search page. We're going to input two pieces of information to get the results we want. The first is the county that the property is located in. Today we're going to be searching in beautiful Howard County. The second option is the method you want to search by. Now, while there are 4 options listed here, in practice, street address is the one that you're going to be using. So you input the county and you tell it you want to search by street address and you hit continue. You get 2 options on the next page here. The first of which is the street number, which you'll note is not required. So if you ever want to look up every property on a given street, you can come here, put the name of the street in without the number, and the search results will return every property on that street. Today, however, we do know the number, so we're going to go ahead and put it in. The second line is the name of the street, and you'll note here that it's telling you do not add the suffixes. So when you search, leave off the avenue, street, lane, road, etc. Today, we're going to be searching for 5701 Green Valley Place. When we do this search, we get a whole host of information back, including the names of the owners, John and Jennifer Kennedy, their mailing address, which is the same as the premises address, which tells us that they live in the house. And over here on the right-hand side, we have the most interesting thing of all, which is the deed reference. The deed reference tells us the book and the page number that the deed is recorded at. We're going to take this information and input it into our second database to find the deed. The second database that we're going to be looking at is referred to as LandRec. We're going to do a search for Maryland Land Records. Don't mind my misspelling there. MD LandRec is still the first page that shows up. Now, unlike SDAT, you are going to have to sign up for an account with LandRec. It's free, but they do make you sign up for an account. So go ahead and give them your username, get yourself a password, and then we will search by county on the left-hand side here. Again, we're searching in beautiful Howard County. We can search in different ways here. We can search by an individual's name. We can search by a name of a corporation. But the most efficient way of getting the deed we want is by looking up the book and page number. So we're going to go back to SDAT, look over here and find our book is 18046. So we're going to copy that. And our page number is 96. So we're going to input our book number here, 18046, and our page number as 096 and hit go. And just like that, we have the first page of the most recently recorded deed against this property. But we have only the first page of the deed, and the deed is multiple pages long. So if you want to look at the other pages, you can click Next on the right-hand side, and you'll get the second page. Click Next again, and in this case, we'll get the intake sheet, which is always the last page of the deed. To look at all of the pages together in a single document, we'll put in the page numbers that we want to look at. So the page number of the first page of the deed was 96. This is the last page that we want to look at, page 98, and hit go, and it'll bring up everything from page 96 to page 98. That is the complete deed that we're looking at. We can download it into a single PDF. We can glean it for all of the information that we want, including the fact that Jennifer granted this property to Jennifer and John on that day. We know that they hold the property as tenants by the entirety. We see that here. And if we look a couple paragraphs down, we find something very interesting that was included in this deed. On January 6th, 2018, the grantor, who's Jennifer in this case, was the most beautiful bride in the history of Howard County. Now that's the kind of thing you can have written into your deed when you're married to a title attorney like my wife is. And that's the 2-step process for finding any deed related to any property in the state of Maryland. It's 2 steps. Your first step is to go to SDAT, put in the county and the address. That'll give you the book and page number. copy that book and page, bring it over to mdlandrec.net, search the book and page to find the deed. It's just that simple. If you've got questions, let me know. I'd love to hear from you.